Iranian affairs analyst and professor of news and media at the University of Iran. Thanks so much, Mostafa, for joining us here at TRT World. Now, how do you think Iran will retaliate?
Well, this has been an attack that has happened for the second time in the past 1 year. And in addition to that, the Israelis, in cooperation with the Americans, have assassinated Iran's Dr. Fakhrizadeh, Iran's top nuclear scientist. So I believe Tehran would take action somewhere around after the June presidential election. That's my estimate, because I believe these attacks are done in order to leverage Tehran into talks with the United States the way the United States desires. Therefore, Tehran would definitely backfire at the talks. They would not soften tone. For sure, they would harden their stance, because they realize that such attacks should have been conducted for sure in cooperation with the United States, and Tehran would definitely take its first reaction at the talks. Second reaction would be on the Israelis. And I believe this would come after the election, because the Israelis are trying hard to intimidate the Iranian public to, inspire them with the wrong idea that a war could be imminent. So they hope that they could channel Iranian public's choice at the polls to vote for pro-American or pro-talks camp, the ones that would like to go for talks with the United States. But just thinking about economy, they are not thinking anymore of foreign policy. As a matter of fact, it's no more an election priority for the Iranians. And
right.
Iranian
and
military would definitely give response
right.
after the election.
I do want to talk about how people in Iran even realize that this is an attempt by Israel to damage the U.S.-Iran relations?
No, as a matter of fact, there are two interpretations. Some, what the Americans would like to portray is that this has been one of those Israeli attacks to prevent talks between Iran and the United States. But most experts believe that this has been an attack to increase the United States' leverage against Iran. Joe Biden pretended that talks with Iran was no priority, that he wanted to talk to the Chinese and deal with the Russians and domestic problems like the coronavirus problems. But as soon as the Iranian parliament voted for moves to reinvigorate Iranian nuclear program, including use of highly advanced centrifuges, as well as enrichment of uranium to the 20%, and stop of cooperation with the IAEA under the additional protocol to the NPT, the Biden administration a couple of weeks ago rushed in a sudden change of heart to shift its position and called for talks with Iran, because they were under the leverage of Iran's growing nuclear capabilities. Now they intend to take away that leverage from Iranians, that's for sure. And Iranians have realized it. What matters now is that how long would it take for Iran to replace its IR-1 centrifuge machines that have been damaged with the highly advanced IR-6 and IR-8 centrifuge machines. Iranians say it would take a few months to replace them, but the output of these highly advanced centrifuge machines are way more than the first generation. So it would exert much more leverage on the U.S. and Israelis in coming months. What Biden wants is that Iran would not have its leverage for the next few months, for the next 2 or 3 months, so that Iran would give up its hardened stance against the United States in Vienna talks.
Okay, Mostafa Khoshcheshm, an Iranian affairs analyst. Thanks so much, Mostafa, for your time for us here at TRT World, as always.